Hi there, welcome back to Balance Wellness and Fitness Center. I'm Leslie. We are here in the Cat Cave this evening for a multi-level upper body, mainly workout. As you see, I have my fitness ball. If you don't have one or want to use it, you can use a straight back chair, an ottoman, a desk chair will work. Just make sure you lock the wheels. You'll need a mat or towel to help protect your spine. And this is one that you can make more advanced by some of the cueing I'm going to give you to engage the core and use the glutes a little bit, as well as make it a heavier set. Because we'll have 2 to 3 sets of everything to make it a good workout, even though it's on the shorter side. I also have my looped band and my straight band, as well as a small ball for when we start targeting those abs a little bit more. One thing you will need to do is warm up first, because it's not included in this workout. We'll start out slow with the lighter weight and to learn the form that you'll need to use throughout. But take the time. You can find my 20-minute mobility. There's also a shorter version of that as well, that you're still staying in one plane on your back so you don't have to get up and do anything. Then click back on this. But if you're ready to begin, let's go ahead and gently lower ourselves down. And once we're there, we're going to grab that ball and bring it on over, or your chair or ottoman, whatever you're using. We're going to bring our legs all the way up on it. See, I have my little coach here to make sure I do everything right today, Mr. Mittens. Take a look at your feet, make sure they're 2 fist distance apart, as well as those knees, and your kneecaps are in line with your middle toes. If you need anything underneath your neck, go ahead and place it there now. And let's find our neutral spine. So the pelvis is level, your fingers fit underneath. Draw your shoulder blades down, and let's do this very first set without any weight, and then we'll grab our light weights and we'll start that challenge on. Turn your palms in to prepare for a chest press, and walk your elbows out to the sides a little bit. Let the upper arms be anywhere from 15 to 25 degrees out. With an exhale, press straight up, leading with your knuckles. Inhale, pull down, just go in 5. Exhale, press up and lower. Exhale, press for 3 and lower. Exhale, press for 4 and lower. Exhale, press up here, stay here for 5. Find goalpost arms. Gently bring them down. Take a peek, make sure you are right over top of your elbows. With your inhale, rotate from the shoulders to bring your hands down to the ground. With your exhale, bring them back up. Let's get 5 more of these as we wake up the shoulders. Using that breath, and make sure you're not pressing your back into the ground or those shoulder blades are popping up. We have 1 more, then we're going to go back to those chest presses before we go the opposite way. Bring the elbows in, that 15 to 25 degrees, and with your exhale, press back up. Inhale, lower. Press up, lower for 2. Make sure the lower body is relaxed, but keep in good form. Press up for 4, and lower. Press up and stay here for 5. Find those goalpost arms and gently lower down. Snug the shoulder blades back down, knuckles to the sky. And with your exhale, take the arms back. If you have a speed bump like I do, it won't go all the way down, or if you have any restrictions, you may find one arm may not rotate as well as the other. Don't force it. Just accept it. Keep working at it. It will most likely get better. We have 1 more. And remember, we're just warming up. Bring those arms back up. Snug the elbows on into the sides. Press straight up for here, starting with the triceps. And snug back down. Keeping the hands right over top of the elbows. Your hands are probably in line with the bottoms of your ribs, depending on the length of your arms. 3 more. And lower. 2 more. And lower. Float them up. Keep them here. Palms looking at each other. Let's go for a straight arm pullover. Take a breath. With your exhale, tighten the belly, send the arms back, not past the ears. With your inhale, pull the shoulder blades down. Knuckles back over top of the armpits. And float back. And pull for 2. And float back, and pull for 3. He's getting a little head rub with this crazy little guy. Last one for now, gently float them up. We're going to practice our lat pull. So send the arms down by the hips. Find a little squeeze in your shoulder blades here, just enough to feel the engagement in your back, but you're not puffing up and hyperextending through your back. Then find that crease of your hips where your femurs come right to the top. Leading with your knuckles, float the arms up, but don't think making quite a T. Think of where your armpits are at, and then pull back down. Float them up so think of a soft T. That takes the compression on the AC joint and assures you you're not going too far, that you're putting anything in danger. Let's get one more of these for now and float the arms down. Give yourself a little shoulder roll, carefully release. We're going to reach over and grab our leg weights or a band or a combination of the two. I'm going to go back to that chest press. Slide the shoulder blades down, recheck the feet, bring the elbows out ever so slightly. With your exhale, gently press up, and we'll lower, just lightly tapping. Press for 2, so don't lower all the way down and release. Lower down for 3, and press. Lower for 4, and press. Lower for 5, and press. Lower for 6, press. Lower for 7, press. Lower for 8, press. Lower for 9, press. Lower for 10. Now press up, rotate out, find that 90-degree. Bring those arms down. Snug the shoulder blades in. Make sure the wrists are parallel. With your inhale, gently rotate down. Make sure you have total control. Exhale back up. Rotate towards the ground. You can lightly tap if you have that movement. And for 3, we're going to stay with 5 of these. Rotate for 4, and back up. Rotate for 5. Gently come up, go the opposite way. Take them back and up. And take them back so the back of the arm goes down. And again, don't worry about if one does and doesn't. Keep control of your weights. Back for 4, and up. Back for 5. Gently come up. Press the arms up. Turn them in, lower down to that tricep press, snugging in, press back up. Now I'd like you to think about what your abdominals are doing while you're doing this. Pull them in towards your spine, up towards the diaphragm, right underneath the ribs. Keep them engaged. Lower down for 7, press up. Lower down for 8, press up. Lower down for 9, press up. Lower down for 10. Press up, stay here, find those goal post arms, lower down one more time. I'm going to set each way. Give a little peek, shoulder blades down, abs engaged. Inhale as you rotate down towards the ground. Exhale back up. And lower for 2. And up. Lower for 3. And up. Lower for 4. And up. Lower for 5. And up. Arms may be burning a little bit. We're going to have a little break before we go for the straight arm pullovers. So we're going to add on there. Lower for 9. And up. Last one this direction. Bring it up. Take it back. And up. If you're doing this for the first time and you're just beginning with weightlifting, you can always do half the amount with the weight that we're using. You can always lighten the weight to stay even side to side. And particularly with this, as we work the inner and outer rotators of the rotator cuff. As you see, my cat doesn't have good sense. He's a little too trusting. Here's our last one at 10. Press up, bring the weights together, carefully lower them down, and sit them off to the side. Grab your small ball, or if you're using a towel or a pillow in place of it, grab it for your hands. Float the arms up. We're going to get some easy rotations to each side. Fingertips look at the sky. Keep that light ab engagement and spread the fingers. A little press into the ball. With your inhale, gently turn to that right side. Left shoulder comes up. Exhale, tighten the belly as you pull those ribs down. Inhale, rotate. Exhale, down for 2. Inhale, rotate. Exhale, down for 3. Inhale, rotate. Exhale, down for 4. Inhale, rotate. Exhale, down 5. Pause here. Go to the opposite side. Inhale, rotate. Exhale, pull those abs in. Inhale, rotate. Exhale, back for 2. Inhale, rotate. Exhale, back for 3. Inhale, rotate. Exhale, back for 4. And inhale, rotate. Exhale, back 5. Fold through the elbows to lower your pillow or ball down. Sit it off to the side. Grab one of those weights that you were just using now. We're going to get a set of straight arm pullovers. And we're going to throw a second tricep exercise in called the skull crusher. Make sure your palms are turned towards each other. Knuckles looking at the sky. Take a breath here with your exhale. Again, tighten those abs. Don't go past your ears. Inhale, fold back up, pull shoulder blades down towards your hips. Float back with that exhale, pull up for 2. And float back, make sure the legs haven't gone lazy, kneecaps are still looking up along with those toes, and working those abs a little bit. Float back 5, inhale, pull up. Float back 6, and pull. Float back 7, and pull. Float back 8, pull. Float back 9, and pull. Float back 10, pull and stay here. Sight your weight, make sure it's over top of the chest, so it's not over top of the head. Turn your biceps towards you, so you're squeezing your elbows in. You should see the inside, the eye of your elbow. With your exhale, fold halfway, well actually a quarter, so now your knuckles look behind you, going to that pressure, and then take them back to the sky. Keeping that upper arm stable, so it's not moving and dropping, doing a little chest press. And fold for 4, take it back up. Fold for 5, and up. Keep them squeezed together to take the pressure out and keep your alignment good. Keeping that wrist nice and stable. You don't want to drop down towards your head. Puts a lot of pressure on the wrist and the elbows you come up. And you don't get that much out of it to make a difference for the shape or the strength of your tricep. This should be our last one here. As you come up, fold out to the elbows. We're going to sit our weight off to the side. Grab that small ball again. We're going to get another set of those twists here. We're going to change our breathing. Float the arms up. And now let's start to walk the ball away just a little. Heels are still on the far side, so there's space between you and the ball. Keep the knees a little connected. And with your inhale, gently rotate off to that side. Exhale, tighten the belly as you come centered, blow through the straw. Inhale, rotate. Exhale, blow through the straw. If you were blowing out candles on a birthday cake, it's another good example. Find those abs. The transverse abdominis. Here's 4. Inhale, rotate. Exhale through the straw, not to the side. And blow. Inhale, rotate for 2. Exhale, center. Inhale, rotate 3. Exhale, center. Inhale, rotate 4. Exhale, center. Inhale, rotate 5. And exhale, center. Float the arms down. Let's grab our medium set of weights. We're going to start out with some chest presses, but we're going to add on to this. Or if you don't have a medium set, that's where you could grab your long band or your looped band, wrap around your lighter weights. Because sometimes you don't have those in-between weights. Or you need something that's not quite where your in-between weight might be. I just got to move my ponytail out the way, just trying to make sure I didn't hit the cap. It flipped in my way. Now we're going to take this up just a little bit more. Aside from getting a little bit more weight, let's take our technique up a little bit. Walk the ball just a little bit further away from you. Make sure your calves are still on there. Squeeze through your glutes to lift yourself up. For those who are in advanced lifting weights, you may be comfortable here. You may just barely lift going, I think I could do that. You can barely lift so your hips skim the ground. You're going, I don't know. Same position, but engage those muscles. Here we go with our chest press. With your inhale, take it up. Exhale, barely tap. And lift for 2. And tap. Make sure those elbows are slightly winged out. There's 3. And lift. And 4. And lift. And 5. And lift. And 6. And lift. And 7. And lift. And 8. And lift. I'm just demonstrating the other position. And lift. And 10. Gently snug those elbows in. We're not going to do the rotator cuff for this. I'll explain that in a moment. Check the hands over top the elbows. Press on up and lower. Press for 2 and lower. Press for 3 and lower. I'm just going to do another body change. I'm going to do now the in-between where I'm just kind of hovering with my hips skimming. Press for 7 and lower. Press for 8 and lower. Press for 9 and lower. Press for 10. Gently lower down. Lower yourself down. If you're up, give yourself a pelvic tilt or 2. We're going to walk the ball in for a moment. Sit those weights on, off to the side. It's time for the abs again. We're going to use our big ball. And if you have your legs on an ottoman or a chair, what I'm going to have you do is still mimic as you turn. You just won't roll all of you as we will with the ball. It'll still work. 2 fist distance apart, and if you need a spacer because you find the hips are collapsing or the knees are collapsing, grab that small ball to place between. We're going to float the arms up and snug the shoulder blades down. We're going through that lower body here. With your exhale, send the knees on over. That left hip is going to come up. Roll yourself down. Exhale, tighten those abs, flow through the straw. Inhale, back down. Exhale as you rotate. Back center for 3. Exhale, think of wringing out those abs, find those lower abs. One more to the right. And center for a moment, take that breath and exhale to the left. Come back center. Your head and your shoulders are anchored, but you're not pressing them. Take that over for 3. And exhale. Take that over for 4. And exhale. Take it over for 5. Exhale your way center. Give yourself a little shoulder roll. If you use any props, sit it off to the side. Grab one of your weights that you used before. Or if you've had that little band combo, grab the band combo with it. I'm going to demonstrate that for our last set. Float the arms on up, palms are looking at each other, and walk your ball back out to the position that we were at. Just draw the abs in. If your back is achy, go in and up the pelvic floor if you need. And if you're feeling comfy, take it on up. I'm going to demonstrate levels as we go. Breath here. Exhale those arms back, not past the ear. Blow those candles out. Inhale back up. Exhale, float back for 2. And up. Exhale, float back for 3. And up. Just because I lift doesn't mean you. If you don't want to be in that advance, you stay there. As I said, I'm going to keep demonstrating as I go. Exhale back for 8. And up. Exhale back for 9. Now I'm in that little hover. Exhale back for 10. Gently come up. Little body scan as we go for those pressures again. Check your feet, check your legs, check your abs. Fold through the elbows so your knuckles look behind you. Back up to the sky. And fold a look behind. Up to the sky for 2. Fold behind. Up to the sky for 3. So I lowered myself down. I just got that neutral spine on the ground. Still working my core because I've got everything engaged. Lower for 7. And back up. Lower for 8. And up. Lower for 9. And up. Lower for 10. Gently come up. Fold through the elbows to sit this off to the side. Watch any little furry friends that you have. And we're walking that ball back out to find that spot. Back in to find that spot again. We're going to go for those abs. But I'm going to have you grab something for the hands because we're going to add on to this. Take the feet again, 2 fist distance apart if they got away, and use something between the knees. You could also roll up your band if you don't have a second object to use for your hands. We're going to start with our rotation to the right, and then we'll add on. With your exhale, send send those knees and over, that hip rolls up. Inhale your way back center. Exhale, rotate. Center for 2. Last one without anything else added in. We're going to send those arms back. Exhale the arms back as you rotate. Inhale back up. Exhale. And up for 2. Really bringing out those abs. Here's 3. 2 more this side. Exhale, reaching back. And 4. Exhale, reach as you turn. And 5. Now 3 to the left side. Getting yourself set. Back center. Exhale, rotate. Center 2. Exhale, rotate. Center 3. Add the arms and reach back, not past the ears. And back center. Exhale, reach as you rotate. Center 2. Exhale, reach and rotate. Center 3. Here's 4. Inhale your way center. Last one for now. And coming center. Give yourself a little shoulder roll. Sit that down. Walk your feet up on top of your ball and hug your knees in for a moment. Help flex your feet, or if you have them on a chair or an ottoman. Give yourself some rotations for your ankles. Go the opposite way. And we'll prepare for that last step. As I said, I'm going to just demonstrate using the band. We have a set of shoulders we're going to work on in right at the very end. Maybe My furry feline friend doesn't want to let me grab my stuff that I need, but I will persevere. They are fun and some of the best company ever. Other pet owners know. You're making my work, boy. But take your band. If you choose to use it, you can always go on and grab with this. Looped band, easy to loop around. It's just as easy for your long band. Take it on around your waist. It's a little bit more difficult because I don't know what he's going to do. That has me a little worried. Even though I'm trying to encourage him to move, as you saw, he decided he's staying right here because he's going to help. Once you have it where you want it, go ahead and press on up. Just test and see, because you can always wrap it a little tighter, give it another loop if you don't have enough resistance, that it feels good. Now let's find our final spot here. I'd like you to roll the ball out. We're going to challenge the lower back a little bit. If that doesn't feel good, go back to where we were. Feet are 2 fist distance apart. This gives that advanced movement. You can also lift all the way up. You can come to that skimmy place with the hips, or stay down and keep everything engaged. So you've got a couple more levels to add on to this. So you've got 4 levels. You pick where you want to be. I'm going to start halfway in between. I'm going to lift partially up, find that skimmy spot. Now let's stay here for another moment. Work those stabilizers of the spine so the core is getting a little bit more work. Use an exhale to draw those arms down, because now you're pulling the band apart. Pull and float back up. And pull apart as you come down. And up for 2. And pull apart. Up for 3. And pull apart. Up for 4. And pull. Up for 5. And pull. Up for 6. Gives a little bit extra weight. Work for 7. And pull. Keep those abs engaged. And pull. Up for 9. And pull. Up for 10. I'm going to lower down for my triceps, but I'm going to keep everything engaged. Watch where your arms are at, and with your exhale, shimmy down, float back up, and down for 2. Think of pressing through the entire back of your arm. Make sure the spine is still neutral, shoulder blades down. Press for 5, and lower. Knuckles are weaving, and lower. Press for 7, and lower. Press for 8, and lower. Press for 9, and lower. Press for 10, gently lower. I'm going to walk my ball in just for back protection. If you're down, if you're up, gently lower yourself down. We'll set the weights off to the side, and then we'll carefully grab that ball again, or whatever you used in your hands. We're going to change the breathing for our rotations here. So we're working as many layers of the abs and as differently as we can for the best benefit. Slugging that ball back in, find that 2 fist distance apart. We'll float the arms on up, starting with the lower body again first. With your inhale, take those knees over. Exhale, blow through the straw as you come center. Make sure to keep the spine neutral. Inhale, rotate. Exhale, center 2. Last one without the arms. Whoa. Exhale, center 3. Inhale, rotate. It's a little hard to turn and look sometimes. And center. Inhale, reaching back as you rotate. Blow through the straw. Rotate and reach through the straw for 3, or those candles. And reach. And exhale. One more this side. Exhale your way center, opposite side. Just starting with the legs. Exhaling your way center. And 2, so that right hip comes up. And 3. Pull those abs in. Add the arms. Reaching back. Exhale your way center. And reach. Exhale center 2. And reach. Exhale center 3. And reach. Exhale center 4. Last one for now. Exhale center 5. We'll set this off to the side. We're going to grab those weights again. We have our straight arm pullovers. You're using either the one heavy weight or using your double weight. Make sure your band is still attached for the amount of tension that you want. Everything is nice and even. I'm just going to shimmy over so my furry friend doesn't accidentally get clipped. Float the arms up. Find again where you want to be with the ball. Whether you just want the legs out on it, resting, challenging your back here. full ab engagement. If you want to engage those muscles, but you're still down. If you want to just slight lift and be skinny, or if you want to lift all the way up. Check your shoulder blades one more time. With your exhale, blow through that straw as you send the arms back. Inhale, pull up. Exhale, float back. Not going past the ears. Exhale back for 3. And down. Exhale back for 4. And down. Exhale back for 5. And down. Exhale back for 6. Keeping those hands in alignment so there's tension on that band. Back for 8. And down. Back for 9. And down. Back for 10. Gently come up. I'm just going to change my position for my triceps. I'm going to lower down to keep everything engaged. Fold through the elbows so knuckles look back. And then come back to the sky. And knuckles look back. Sky for 2. Knuckles look back. Sky for 3. Knuckles look back. Sky for 4. We have a few more of these. Hit that halfway. Make sure you're breathing, whether it's inhaling as you lower or the opposite way. The most important thing to do is to breathe and not hold your breath while in raise. 2 more. And lower and lift and lower and lift. Carefully lower the elbows down. Walk the ball on in. We're going to sit this off to the side. If you want to use those medium weights or the heavy weights when we get to the shoulders, just make sure to unwrap your band. Or if you want to use your band for them. We've got another set of abs to do. Just plain old crunches. And if plain old crunches do not work for your neck, I'm going to give you an alternative. Find your 2 fist distance apart. The legs are on the ball no matter what you pick. If you're going to stay with a neutral spine, find your 5-pound or whatever your lightweight was. With an exhale, you're going to send those arms out. Really focus on blowing through the straw. Inhale, float them up. That's going to be your 10. If you're comfortable with flexion, take the hands crossing over, tuck the chin. They can go right behind the skull. With an exhale, gently peel up and keep that neutral spine. Think of sliding the ribs toward the hips. Inhale down. So let's find our exhale with whichever one you pick. And down for 2. And exhale. Everybody's blowing for the straw. And down for 3. And exhale. And down for 4. And exhale. Down for 5. Keep the legs neutral. Down for 6. Make sure the toes and knees are in alignment. There's 7. And exhale. There's 8. And exhale. There's 9. And exhale. There is 10. Gently lower either your torso down or bring the arms down and sit that weight off to the side. We're going to grab a light weight or light band as we get our set of lateral raises. We're going to get 2 so we finish out our shoulder work. So whatever is comfortable. If you're going, oh, my arms are tired, I don't want any weight, use your body weight. I'm going to demonstrate using my light weights. I'm also going to demonstrate the second one using a band. So you always have options and things to mix up your workout with your challenge. Now again, if you want to take this up in a different way, keep the ball close. Go ahead and lift on up to a bridge, but make sure you can keep good form here. If you can't keep good form, just engage those muscles. We're going to lengthen your arms down, float them up into a bicep curl, and just press up to the sky for a moment. Find that little squeeze of your shoulder blades here, giving that little protection for your neck and really engaging through the medial deltoid. Float the arms down, reaching for that hip crease. With your inhale, come up, making that soft T. Exhale, pull down. And float for 2. And pull. Keep the abs engaged. Legs are resting, but they're still active. You're keeping everything in alignment, but you're not pressing on the ball. For 6. And float. Here's 7. And float. Keep the shoulders out the ears. And float. Here's 9. And float, and 10, and float. Fold them in, press them up again. Give yourself a little protraction side to side. Then we'll fold through the elbows. Sit this down so we can get our last set of abdominals. We're going to take our big ball out and bring our legs all the way down on the ground. We're going, stay over there. We'll see if it stays or if it's going to run over us both. Take the arms long at your sides and bring that right leg on up into tabletop. Keep the abs in and up and find your pelvic floor. Now bring the left leg on up into tabletop. If you're going, that's impossible. Grab that ball back, grab your chair back, place one leg on it and do whichever side you want to work first. Arms are long and make sure you're not pressing into the ground. Full breath in here, full breath out. Keep a little space, one fist distance between. And now with your next exhale, into the hip, find those lower abdominals. Inhale back up. The goal is not to touch the ground, it's to find that connection and keep that scoop. So scooping the abs from the lower abs, so touch right below your belly button. Don't change the shape of your spine, so don't start mashing your bones into the mat. We have 3 more this side, just 8 each side. Exhale it down, inhale it up. Last one, bring it up opposite side. Exhale. You may find it a little bit faster on the opposite side. Just depends on injuries, if you have a full bladder, if you just had a big cup of coffee or water before you started working out. 3 more here. Inhale it up. Yes, I know. And up. Last 2. And up. And 1. Gently bring them up. Hug the knees into your chest. Pump flex your feet. We have 1 more set of shoulders to go. Give them some little circles. Grab that ball back. You can grab the same set of weights, a slightly heavier set of weights. I'm just going to demonstrate with the band, just so you have something. You can always do a little extra. Maybe I can. Oh, look at this. I don't think he's going to move very easily for me. So I can't whip my weights around and whip my band off easily. Sorry, folks. Once you have everything in place, decide where you want those legs. So if you want to engage the core a little bit more, go ahead and float back up. If you want to stay down, stay down. If you want to go for that big challenge that we did earlier, you feel really comfortable and want to get a little bit more core in. But again, make sure that you can move your arms sufficiently. Now, if you're going to use this band, my small ball wants to attack me, gently lift up, slide it underneath you. And let your back gently hold it in place. Keep a neutral spine. Extend the arms nice and long. Float them up to the sky. Turn your palms in towards each other. Then fold down through those elbows as you reach for those hips. With your exhale, float back up and come down. Making that soft T no matter where you picked. Here's 3 and lower. 4 and lower. And if you're going, I'd like a little bit more tension, just gently walk it in. Don't loop it around your wrists. Don't start cutting off circulation. You just easily walk your hands into where you find the tension that you want. Here's our last 3 and lower. Keep your wrist integrity good no matter what you're using. And gently lower down. If your body's up, lower it down as well. Slide your band from underneath you. Sit your weights off to the side. Walk the legs on in. We're going to do a brief stretch here. And then you're off to the rest of your workout, rest of your day, or maybe a little bit more stretching. Give yourself 4 or 5 pelvic tilts here after being on your back for so long, just to give a little decompression. After that last one, find that neutral spine again. Float the arms up to the sky. Take that right arm and reach over for that bicep and gently pull it on across. Drop the shoulder blade down. The hand can soften and come to the ground, or you can keep reaching a little bit more. 1 more breath there. Float the arms up, and let's go the opposite way. That left hand comes on that bicep and tricep, so you're right in the middle of the muscle, not pulling on your elbow or your shoulder joints. You never want to pull on those joints. Give yourself another breath here, keep that spine neutral, then float that arm up. Take them and reach for the side walls. Palms look up, fingers are spread, and give yourself a few snow angels. Watch your toys if you have them nearby like I do. You can always slide them quickly out the way or slide your body down. Let the nail beds touch. Give yourself one more, and then keep them perpendicular to the body. We're going to get a quick eagle stretch. With your inhale, float the right arm up towards the sky. Bring that left arm down low. Find that cross, and then let them bend and fold. Maybe the hands touch. Maybe the back of the hands touch. Maybe no parts of the hands touch, and that's perfectly okay. Lift up through your elbows, pull down through your shoulder blades, and just slightly tip your neck down. Let's start big breaths. Keep the legs nice and steady. Don't let them roll off the ball. Don't go into an anterior or posterior tilt. Keep that spine neutral. The squeeze and the breaths are what inflates the lungs, that helps press on the ribs and stretch those muscles, getting behind those shoulder blades. 2 more breaths here. Full breath in, full breath out. Give yourself 1 more breath, then soften. Unfold, reach the arms out for a moment. Give yourself a couple of snow angels again. And then we're going to give ourselves some length in our spine. Float the arms on up after your last one and meet. Connect your thumbs and just give yourself a breath and reach back. Full breath in, full breath out. Soften and switch thumbs. Same thing. Full breath in, full breath out. And then let's float those arms open again, spreading the fingers wide. We're going to go the opposite way. So your left arm is close to your face, right arm is low, or at least go the opposite. Find that cross and find that squeeze. Pull the shoulder blades down, no matter what touches, and start taking those big breaths. Nice, easy in, and nice, easy out. Realizing I did not comment on what I had said about the rotator cuffs. The rotator cuffs are actually your biceps, your triceps, your lats, and your triceps that come together to form tendons on into ligaments. And since they are technically muscle tissue, go ahead and start to release. If you start using weights and trying to get them stronger, hence they will get bigger, you will start to separate your shoulder. So there's a point that everybody will go that is safe. Float the arms on out. If you want a little bit more, make some little goalpost arms reaching back and forth. So that's why you always want to be very careful, depending on the structure of your shoulder, how much weight you actually use. And it's always going to be a lighter weight. Unless you have a super huge structure to your shoulder and you're a boxer or a linebacker, something that you actually have to have that extra strength because you don't want to actually grow those muscles, get pulled out of the joint. Give yourself another couple of reaches there behind, and you made it. I hope you found this workout useful, and you have a wonderful rest of your day.